Hello everyone and welcome to the 2021 Season 2 Championship of the SSBB Esport. It's been 3 weeks since we had our finale. Apologies. It's 3 weeks since we've had our finale and a lot has happened. I've upgraded the SSBB HQ. With a lot of paint, a lot of work. There's a video coming out on that soon. And I actually got COVID in the meantime, so I'm busy recovering from that. But that will not stop us. So what is on the cards for everyone tonight? Well, we have started something called, pretty much it's going to be a BMW championship. And it's going to be pretty wild. Let me just really quickly jump over to the rules. So what we have is quite a few changes that have taken place for Season 2. One of the biggest changes is the introduction of a Class A and Class B. How that is defined is essentially the top, I think it's split by the top 7 drivers. The top 7 finishers in Season 1 get put into Class A, and then the remainder of the competitors get put into Class B. They will each run their own championship, and then they will also fight for the overall championship. All points will obviously will count towards the overall points for the year. Then we have 3 categories that we are racing tonight. Category 1 is an M300 BMW M3 Sport Evolution 1989 version. Now this car will be open to tuning, and it will effectively be a very quick, very fun little car. Category 2, we're going to be running a one-make series, effectively with the M4 Group 4 BMW. That will be a sprint / enduro. The laps and tire wear will be defined on the race day. So category 3 will be a Group 3 car this season. A lot of people have been asking for Group 3, so we've got it. So your options are Z4 GT3 2011, an M6 GT3 16, or the M3 GT3 BMW Motorsport 2011 version, or you can take the BMW M6 GT3 Wolkenhorst Motorsport 2016. Alrighty, so and then just to break down, obviously these are the settings effectively for category 1. BOP effectively is N300. It's a class N300. Power will be open, however capped at 321. The weight is minimum weight of 1080. The drivetrain is open. Tires are racing medium. Suspension is open. Aero is fixed, and the transmission is stock. It is open, but we can't limit it, so we run the stock transmission. I've given the guys a basic setup. It kind of works, but you need to kind of get your head around what you want to do there. Category 2 is pretty much BOP for everything. We'll be running race mediums. Category 3, BOP for everything, race mediums. So we are actually about to jump into qualifying. So let everyone know, and we'll jump right into qualifying. Stand by. All right, here we go. We're going to start effectively. Wow, everyone's flying out the pit. So let's see who is. It's Adders in front. Oh, Jedi got the run out. So Jedi, all these cars are looking magnificent. Just finding my bearings. It's been a while. So Jedi Jonah, really, this car looks amazing for me. I really love the look of it. All these E30s are just such a magnificent sight, and it takes you back to the DTM in the 1990s where we had the Mercedes-Benz and the E30 BMWs. So there's a bit of the practice was really tight. The times were unbelievable, and it was kind of between Alex Adventure 26 and there's a newcomer ALB1. So we're just gonna have to see, I guess, how everybody gets on. It's gonna be really tight. Everyone is super quick. So here we go. First hot lap. Let's have a look. Jedi Jonah's in the front. Alex has got a slip. So that'll really help Alex if he can stay there. If he can keep his distance, and if Jedi is quick enough. Jedi looking really good, really smooth and consistent through there. So is Alex. Alex's car just looks phenomenal. All of these. Third, we have Side Tranced. Currently fourth is Coyote Venture, Davide, Golf Nut, Dens, Death Raccoon. Who else we got? Chris Portcullis, he's joined us again. AL1B, he's back. Safalicious, he's back. So, Ian B, the legend, is back. Who else do we have? We have Adders in a yellow livery, also doing a little donut for us, a little pirouette. Slung is also back in a beautifully turned out car. Big thanks to Janetsu for hooking him up with that. So Jedi Jonah got a 1 second penalty. Oof, it's not gonna help his cause, and he's decided to let it go. So Alex has moved to the front. Let's see what times these boys are going to start laying down. Let me turn off the webcam, and maybe we'll be able to see the times. Alex is just looking so good. Let's try and do a lap with Alex. Interesting. He's shaking his tires off. Maybe he's going for his hot lap now. Alex did 1:45.8. That's not good enough. Guys were doing 44.6s. It's 1.2 seconds off his practice time. So now he's going for the hot one. Alex is so good. So smooth and consistent. So it's going to be flat 3 here, but he got a little slide there. It doesn't work if you get the slide on. You have to be so careful not to let it slide and bind too much. Oh, so much commitment and corner speed through there. It's very good. You can hear the tires squealing away, crying in pain, but that's what you want. When you're absolutely on the limit, you want the car to be shouting at you. Oh, very, very nice. He pulls it up so nicely there. So it's flat 3 here over the curbs. Gets the car lumped up. Must be flat 3 here. Don't get a slide on, because every time you slide the car, it scrubs off speed. You got to get it turned and stopped nicely there. And don't let it slide on the exit. Runs it wide. Beautiful job. Beautiful job. Over here, this is also flat 3 but you kind of have to get off to get the car stopped and then maintain speed. Sure, that was commitment. I don't know if he scrubbed off time there. Might have just lost a bit of time, but that was really quick through there. Here, same thing. It's the last corner. You really got to get stopped and turned nicely. And good job. Let's see what kind of time this yields. That was a really good lap. Venture 26 did a 44.4. My goodness, that is fast. Wow. Alex, 44.2. Venture on a 43.9. A 43.9 is unbelievable. I think we need to move to Venture 26's car. Let's have a look on board. I mean, that's an unbelievable time. He must have got a slip or something. It's just unreal what he's achieving in this car. You can see his inputs are so smooth. Sure, amazing. Lovely work, Venture. So yeah, just beautifully done. Able to get the car stopped and turned. Flies it through the through that little chicane over the rumble strips. Beautiful work here. Good job. Brilliant. Venture seems to be all over this car. He's doing a great job. This is also a tricky corner. You need to carry a lot of speed through here. And he does. He manages to keep the car all nice and square and then slows it down. Oh! Gets it stopped. Sure. It's incredible how these guys are able to keep these cars on the straight and narrow because they're so difficult. Let's see. Venture still on pole with a 43.9. Alex Wilmot second, 44 dead. Slung a 44.9. Well done, Slun. Golf Nut 45.4. Davide a 45.4. Sai 45.4. Chris 45.6. Jedi 45.7. Death Raccoon, let's see, 45.9. Den's on a 46.4. Ian's just gone faster, 46.4. Den's on a 46.5. Safalish 48.3. And Adder's on a 48.9. The boys are absolutely flying. That's not even funny, the times these guys are putting in with these cars. Exceptionally good looking cars. So, beautiful shot to Venture 26 there. Second, we've got Alex Wilmot. Also, a season campaigner. Stunning looking car. Absolutely stunning. Slung, third. Slung is third. What an absolute legend. He's come back and really putting in an amazing effort here. Bringing that car to third place on the podium. AL1B also new competitor. His car looks absolutely stunning, doing a great job. Golfy, the legend, we love him. He's gone Agent Orange again. He's currently fifth. Venture 43.7. Unbelievable. Let's see what time Golfy does. Golfy doesn't better his time. He's on a 45.4. Just 43.7, so it's just unreal. So let's ride along. Who are we with now? We're with Golf Nut. So now we need to listen for the gearbox. If you hear a squealing sound, then there's going to be issues because these boys all need to be running standard gearboxes. So who are we with? Davide. Gearbox checks out fine, sir. Cytranced. Gearbox checks out fine, sir. Who are you with? Chris. Chris, my friend, I've got very bad news for you. That one that you hear is straight cut gearbox. I'm very sorry, but if you don't change it before the race, you will be excluded, my friend. Jedi. Jedi's car is fine. Who we with? Dens. Also fine. Ian. Saphalicious. Adders. Adders sounds like he has a misfire. Venture 26 has parked it. 43.6. My goodness. Did Alex just put it on pole? He did. Wow. Alex just put it on pole right at the end. On the absolutely last lap, he put it on pole. I can't believe that. A 43.699. That's unbelievable. This is going to be one hell of a race. I'll tell you what, between Alex and Venture 26, there is going to be some serious scrapping going on. Let's just say well done, because that's unbelievable. Even Venture 26, both of those. That's superhuman stuff. Superhuman stuff, man. Death Raccoon 44.9. So let's just see. I'll have to capture the points here. Let me show you what's up. So Alex Wilmot put it on pole. So by hitting yes, that effectively adds 1 point to the overall. So there you can see 1 point to the overall. So let me see what is going on here. I'm not sure what has happened. Oh, please stand by, guys. Not sure what's happening. Okay, there we go. Apologies for that. So we're off. Alex has got the beautiful hole shot into the first corner. Who are we looking at? So we're currently looking at Alex Wilmot. He got the hole shot. Beautiful works. Straight through. So currently we have Alex, Death Raccoon. Then it's Venture 26. Golfy. Oh, someone's gone off. It's Davide. He goes into the wall. Unfortunately, he loses it. The crowd is going nuts. The crowd is me, effectively. LB1, the new guy. So let's get up to the front. So Alex, captain, no mistakes. He's pounding it through, but he's got Venture 26 chasing him down. This is a 10-lap race. It's going to get wild. I think there is going to be some argy-bargy between these guys, and they've got to play it very safely because there's very strict rules on bumping and push to pass, effectively. So Golfy looking for the Golfy looking for the dive on Venture, couldn't make it happen. Look at that shot, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. All these E30s coming through. So Alex Wilmot first, Venture 26 second, Golfy third, Death Raccoon fourth, Sai fifth. Oh, someone's gone in the wall. Slung sixth, Chris seventh. It was Al. Al went into the wall. Who do we have? Dens. Who's gone? Jedi Jonah's gone ahead of Al. So, who do we have? Then it's Dens. Ian. Wow, look at this chase. Everybody's chasing the stripstream. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Nice little dice going on here. So, that's Davide. Unfortunately, Davide went off and hit the wall, so he's trying to make his way back through the field. Al's not having a great race. It's quite intense. He's getting pushed around a bit. Welcome to SSBB Racing, brother. As long as you don't push someone off, it's okay. Rubbing is racing. So Jedi and Ian having a nice little scrap here. Jedi makes the pass cleanly. Oh no, what happened? That is Dens. Dens unfortunately spun and went off. Terrible news. Sorry, Dens. Anyway, let's get back to the leaders. So, Alex has quite a big gap now. But what's happening here? We've got Golfy and we have Venture 26 having a very, very nice scrap. Golfy doing everything in his power. He backed out of that one there. But he unfortunately lost out as well. It's a bit of racing experience. But it'll come with time. So, Golfy currently third. Death Raccoon fourth. Oh, gets a big slide on. Goes off into the wall. That's going to hurt his pace, or does it? I don't know. Oh, Death Raccoon puts it up the inside. Oh, COC will want to have a look at that one. That's not very good, my friend. Oh, not good news. You never want to see that, and unfortunately they touched, and yeah, both of them spun. It's never good to see that. So let's add some race info, why don't we? So Alex currently first, 44.6. Looking really good. He's got the fastest lap as well. Venture 26 has got a 0.4. So the gap between Alex and Venture is now 1.6 seconds. Let's see if we can... Oh, Venture's pushing a bit too hard here. Making a few mistakes. The gap between Venture and Alex is about 1.9 seconds. Golf is not far behind, about 1 second behind. Slung is 2.5 seconds behind it. If Golfy just keeps it together, he could catch Venture 26 in this race. It's a long race, 10 laps. Guys are pushing very, very hard. Golf is looking really good. Slung in 4th place, holding it steady. Good job, Mr. Slung. He's seems to adapt to this car really, really well. Chris, the Portcullis, out in 5th place, flying the flags. L1B currently in 6th. Davide 7th. Jedi Jonah 8th. Ian 9th. Safalicious 10th. Adders 11th. Good job, Adders. Sign 12th. 13th is Dens and Death Raccoon 14th. It's very unfortunate, that incident. So, Alex now pulled the gap to 2 seconds, just putting his head down and pumping in the laps. I tell you what, this guy is just able to do it over and over and over, and there's just something about the way he's able to just dial his mind in and put his head down and just basically make you feel like you're worthless as a driver, because he just makes almost zero mistakes. However, he's got a very, very tough competitor on his hands. Venture 26 has already closed the gap. So this is going to be interesting, because we're only 4 laps in and Venture 26 is closing the gap. It's down to 1.7 seconds. But Venture's also making mistakes. And it's it's a tough race. It's a long race. 10 laps is long in these cars, because they're very they're really fun to drive, but they do bounce a lot off the curbs. So currently it's Alex, then it's Venture, then it's Golfy, then it is Slung in 4th. We have Davide in 5th, Al in 6th, Jedi 7th, Ian in 8th, great show by Ian. Safalicious 9th, Addis 10th. Addis is 10th. He's moving up the ranks. Good job, sir. Chris 11th. Den's in 12th. Sai 13th. Death Raccoon 14th. Back to our leader. The field is really spread out here. And now you can see the difference in pace between the competitors. I am really making a meal of tonight. Anyhow, whatever, we're back. So, we've got Alex. Just beautiful shot of these BMs coming through here. There's just something about a BMW at full tilt. Man, that is glorious. Golfing is Agent Orange. So, who else do we have? Slung, doing a great job. Let's ride on board with Slung. Ah, Slung, my friend. There's a whining noise I hear. And that will unfortunately mean that you will have to report to the COC's office because that is illegal. Who else do we have here? Davide. We're driving with Jedi Jonah. His cars are beautifully turned out. And then Jedi Al also did a beautiful job on his livery. Ian in 8th. Safalicious 9th. He's gone for the matte black. And Addis is making a move on Safalicious. Good job, sir. Addis has come a long way in his driving. He's worked really, really hard on his consistency. And he's the school teacher we keep talking about. And obviously this is all new to him. But yeah, he's just come on in leaps and bounds. And obviously with motorsport there's just so much to learn. And yeah, if you just stay consistent and you just keep pushing forward, these are the results. So excellent job by Mr. Addis. Just keep it consistent, sir, and you will go very, very far. It's always difficult when you're new to motorsport because it takes a bit of time to learn to deal with pressure and to learn to stay consistent and not go wide. And so yeah, Addis is just doing a great job here. Safalicious 10th. Chris currently 11th. Den's in 12th. Death Raccoon 13th. And Sai 14th. Let's get back to our leaders. Just riding on board with Alex here, and he's just doing the business lap after lap after lap, taking absolutely immense concentration to keep this man behind him. And I'll tell you what, this is gonna probably come down to quite a good scrap because Venture 26 is really hunting Alex down. Alex is pushing so hard to stay in front. 1.1 seconds the gap. Not easy, and these boys are pushing this hard. They've still got another 2 races after this. One more sprint and 1 super enduro. So gap now up to 1.2, 1.3 seconds. Venture 26 currently has the fastest lap of the race. So how we're looking? Golfy still in third. He's got an 8-second gap to Slung. Slung in fourth, currently driving really well. Davide out in fifth. Looking good. Jedi, sixth. L, seventh. Ian, eighth. Chris, ninth. Cephalicious, 10th. Adders and Cephalicious still going at it. Hammer and tongs. Oh, it's beautiful. It's a nice little scrap developing here. Oh, look how these boys are throwing these cars around. It's just such a good, glorious sight. Oh, Adders unfortunately gets it wrong. Keep it together, brother. Oh, very unfortunate. He was having such a good dice. Dens passes him. So, oh no. Oh, that's heartbreaking. But he will recover. He's doing so well. Just needs to hang in there. Size 14th. Oh, Alex makes a big mistake through them. Don't ask me about the corner numbers. Oh, Alex has to go defensive here. So currently the gap 0.4. This is going to get interesting. Alex is going to have to get defensive here and not let Venture 26 through. So coming into turn 1, Alex keeps the line. Venture, I think I don't know if there was a bit of a push there, but it looked like they were ghosting. So Venture kind of went through Alex. The gap is next to nothing. Boys giving each other a nice room here. Alex and Venture working very, very hard to go for this first place. If I was Venture, I would just sit there, line him up, and just keep piling on the pressure, because eventually something's got to give. Although Alex is a very, very good seasoned campaigner, he knows exactly what to do and where to put the car. And look at this beautiful shot of these cars coming over the chicane there. Golfy out in third. So Venture dropped back a bit. He might just be biding his time, just waiting for the last lap and let Alex soak up all the pressure and then make his move on the last lap. So Venture was a lot quicker through there. Closed the gap right down to 0.2 of a second. And I think it's going to get very, very close on this last lap. So we're going into effectively the last corner, and this means that we're going on to the last lap now. So who's going to take it? Who will win round 1 of season 2? Round 1, category 1, season 2. Let's see. Alex is currently in first. We've got Venture 26 about 0.4 of a second behind. We've got Golfy just a bit further back behind them. Alex just running such a tight line there. He's doing everything. Venture gets a better run out of the corner. Venture's doing a great job here, but it's really, really, really difficult to not drive into your opponent, especially when you get a better run. Because obviously he wants to play clean. If you don't, you get a penalty. So Alex pulled out 0.7 of a gap already. Oh, that's going to hurt Venture's efforts. Down to a second now. So Alex just doing everything right. Managed to soak up all the pressure. Venture 26. He's made a mistake going through this. Oh no. Venture 26. And that's exactly what I was talking about. If you just keep piling on the pressure, unfortunately, sometimes it just becomes too much. And yeah, Alex, he had a good gap. He could have held it, but unfortunately made it the smallest of errors at the worst of times, and that was it. He's handed the lead to Venture 26, who's just capitalized on it. He's done everything right, piled on the pressure. Often in these races, you don't really want to lead for the full race, because you have to then sit and soak up the pressure for this whole time. But this man has done everything right. He's got the fastest lap. He's got to go on to win the race unless something happens. But there we go. Venture 26 wins it. First place, Alex Wilmot. Second. Well done, sir. It was exceptional dice. Golf Nut, third. He's also had a great race. Well done, sir. Slung comes over to finish fourth. He will, however, need to go to the COC's office. Davide coming home in fifth. Al, sixth. Ian, excellent result for Ian, finishing in seventh. Jedi, eighth. Chris will come home. He's having a great race here with Death Raccoon. There's 0.2 in it. They're going to go over. I don't know what happened there, but Death Raccoon got him over the line. Den's 11th, Sapalicious 12th, Adders 13th, and Psy 14th. What an exceptional race. Excellent work, guys. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant work. Well done. There's confirmation of your results. And to the victor, the spoils. I see he has a Hamilton helmet. That's unfortunate, but that's just my opinion. Anyway, that was amazing racing. Thank you so much, everyone. Please stand by while I capture the results. All right, we are back. I've captured the results pretty much, and we are on to the category 2 M4s. It's interesting to see that the M3s are doing 43.7s, M4 is 42, so it's not much quicker. Those M3s are actually pretty impressive. So let's have a look at the points now. Unfortunately, there were two competitors who effectively were running funny gearboxes, so they've scored 0 points. So I'll go back and double check that, but that is unfortunately going to be the case, and this is where we sit now. So overall points, how are we looking? Let's just sort this quickly. Take out the blanks. Overall, currently Alex is leading Venture, and it's pretty much how everyone finished. So great work to everyone. Let's go back. So how's everybody's cars looking? They're looking magnificent. Slung's got a great livery there. Really, really cool. Adders, I think Captain McFlurry did Adders livery. It looks really good. Thank you, Adders. McFlurry. Ian's sticking to his blue. Saphalicious is kind of in the black. It looks good. So Alex has also gone for the same color scheme through all of the cars, and yeah, it looks really good. Apologies, I just put a jacket on. Hi, Mom. So we are about 3-4 minutes away from starting this. See, Alex has gone even quicker now. Death Raccoon looking good. Let's take a drive in one of these M4 cars, and it's just a beautiful Group 4 car. Lovely thing to drive. They make all the right noises and just lovely inside. Let's just hide the webcam so we can get a better view. And it's just such a nice thing to drive. Death Raccoon doing a great job here. Oh, massive understeer there. So these boys have got quite a long race ahead of them again, and they are effectively going to have extremely high tire wear. So it'll really come down to who can manage their tires through this event. So I think it's going to be really close and very, very interesting. Again, like I said, it's going to come down to tire management. Who will be able to have the attrition to go to the end? Golfy sticking with his orange. I'm going to start calling him Agent Orange. He's really flying the flag high for Janetsu Motorsport. Absolute legend. We love you, brother. Venture 26 also has done a great job on his liveries. The cars look so good. Jedi Jonah, I'm just keeping an eye on the time here. I'm going to start in pretty much 1 minute. Let's let them know. Yeah, Jedi is also running such a beautiful livery. Dan's also gorgeous livery. Well done, sir. Chris is flying the British and South African flags on his bonnet. It's great to see him. Slung, he's got also a stunning livery turned out by Janetsu Motorsport. Well done. Safalicious is running the H&R livery. Oof. Something must have happened there. I'm not sure. He's supposed to be running the SSBB colors. Not sure what's happened there. We'll have to see the COC after that, sir. Davide is also beautiful turquoise, like a chrome turquoise color. Size, I don't know where size. There it is. Looks really good. I love that BM color scheme with those yellow lights. Oh, gorgeous. Does things to people. Anyhow, let's get the show on the road. Alrighty, so this is going to be magnificent. We have 14 cars, 14 hungry drivers. It's reverse grid. It's going to be nuts. One make championship. Who will take race 2? Hopefully everybody has their radars on. So let's see the lights. 3, 2, 1. Sai has a great start. So does Adders. Everybody seems to get off quite nicely. There's no argy-bargy. Sai goes defensive. And manages to get ahead. Really, really, really good start from Sai Trance there. Adders, I think, is just coming under pressure here. He's going to start to have to soak up the pressure. Everybody's like a freight train coming up behind him. Safalicious. It's getting nuts. Death Raccoon, I think, has the best chance here. He's so quick. So Death Raccoon will go up next to Safalicious, take the position. But Adders also doing a great job just to hang in there. He's come on leaps and bounds. Oh, someone's gone off in the back. Not sure who that was. It was Ian. Anyhow, we're looking at Golfy. All the players are coming up through the field now. So currently that's Golfy. Alex, round 1 winner, is up to 10th. Venture Al is in 11th. Venture is in 12th. Slung is in 13th. Ian is in 14th. What is happening up the front? Death Raccoon, amazing start from him. So he's just managed to carve his way through the field. What he needs to do now is just put his head down and not use up too much tire, because that is effectively what it's going to come down to. It's going to come down to a race of attrition. who is able to look after their tires through these 8 laps. Because if you're pushing super hard, you're just going to end up killing your tires. So look at this beautiful shot, all of these M4s. So Death Raccoon first. Who is second? Denz is second. He's got Sai on his inside. Sai did a great job to go up his inside. And then Safalicious third. Brilliant racing from these boys. Currently, Chris Portocalis is 5th. Davide 6th. Jedi 7th. Alex 8th. Adders 9th. Golfy 10th. Al 11th. Ian 12th. Venture 26th 13th. Slung 14th. And Death Raccoon just doing the business. Oh, Sai and Denz had a bit of a coming together there. That was not good. Oh, sorry, Sai and Safalicious. Sai pushing a bit too hard there. And Davide just giving a bit of a hazard there. Saying, come boyki, we want to get this show on the road, brother. You're holding me up now. And these guys know that it's only a matter of time before the quicker guys come through the field. Like Alex is right there already. He's up to 5th already. He's pushing hard to try to get through the field. I'm not sure how he has made it this fast so quick, but he's there. Now Alex is going to have to be careful. Look after his tires. Davide and Alex pretty much... Alex's tires are a bit more worn out than Davide's. So if Davide just plays his cards right and plays the long game, he should do alright. Look at that train. My goodness. So you got Death Raccoon first, Den second, Sai third. Look at this. Oh, Davide, beautiful move on Sai up the inside. Beautiful textbook stuff. So, apologies. Davide up to third. Alex Wilmot also just made light work of Sai. So, it's getting crazy. It's getting crazy. Denz is second. Davide third. Gets a purple sector. Alex has got the run on him. Alex will throw it up the inside. However, Alex's tires are a bit worse for wear compared to Davide. So if Davide just plays the long game, he should be able to do it. Sai up to 5th. Safalicious 6th. Golf Nut 7th. Jedi 8th. Chris 9th. Venture 26 10th. Making moves here also on Chris. Oh, it's going around the outside. This might get messy. Oh, it's a tight move. But he made it stick. That was actually a very, very good move without it getting too scrappy. But look how close this is. Unbelievable racing from everyone. Very, very tight. Jedi, Venture and Chris just having an amazing race. Oh, I'm not sure what happened there. Chris might have got on the brakes a bit too late, went into Venture and then went into Jedi. So there might be some revenge coming here. Not sure. But there's quite a dice developing here. So Venture looks like he's got the line, he's got the inside line. So yes, yeah, it works in his favour. So Venture stays ahead. Al getting involved as well. Oh, it's anyone's. This is a scrap for 8th place. So you got Venture 26, Al, Chris the Portocalis, and Jedi all scrapping over 8th. Then you've got Slung, Adders, Ian. Death Raccoon just doing everything right here. He's under no pressure. He can look after his tyres. He can just put in the laps and soak it up. Alex has pushed his car very hard, so he's unfortunately got a lot of tyre wear. He's going to have to manage this from here on out. Den's under a lot of pressure from Davide now. So let's look at the tyres. Davide has his tyres are in better condition, and he should be able to just he should be able to just eke out the rest of the race. And if he piles on the pressure, he should have the attrition to go to the end. Safalish is currently 5th. Golf is 6th. This battle is unreal. You got Venture 26 in 7th. You've got Chris in 8th. Sai in 9th. Sai's just getting swallowed up by everyone. Jedi trying to find his way now around Sai. Sai started on pole, but he must be battling with the tires or something, because he's just getting swallowed up. He goes defensive. Jedi's going to have to find the long way around or do the cutback. He does the cutback. Excellent work. And he's able to take the place from Sai. Sai runs it wide on the exit. He must be battling with his tires. Behind him is Al. Al is also kind of pushing his tires really hard. So yeah, you can see Sai's tires are just absolutely fish-based. Slung, also fish-based. So here's a good dice. Adders and Ian. Great work. There's nice dice developing there. Just keep it clean and it should be alright. So, Death Raccoon out in front. He's done a spectacular job with his tires. And you can see he's just kind of doing everything right just to maintain his consistency and his ability to keep that gap open. He has the fastest lap. I don't think anyone will take that now because of the tire wear. So, exceptional work, sir. Let's go back to second. Alex currently in second. Davide third. So Alex second. Davide third. The gap between Death Raccoon and Alex 6.2. Davide third is coming under pressure from Denz. I don't think so actually. I think it's past Denz. Because Davide's tires are in better condition. Denz is starting to battle now. You can see that front right taking an absolute pounding. Golfy, his tires are in better condition, so if he plays his cards right, he could be in for 4th place here. Still 2 laps to go after this, so if he just hunts down Denz, he can make it happen. Chris, the Portcullis, out in 6th. Something must have happened there. He managed to pass Venture 26. Venture 26, we know, we saw in the first race, absolute animal. He is so quick. But all these guys doing a great job just hanging on. And yeah, just great racing from everybody. Beautiful to see. Oh, Chris made a mistake there. Venture 26 is going to... Chris is the Portcullis. Venture 26 is going to soak up that gap. And... if he piles on the pressure, he might be able to just make the pass. These guys might have been involved in a bit of argy-bargy before, so we don't know what happened. Oh no, Chris gets it wide, so this will give Venture 26 the run up to the next corner. Oh, that's very unfortunate. Unlucky, just got it too wide there, put 2 wheels on the grass and then yeah, spun around. Oh, and unghosted as Ian came round. So now he's got to fight to hang on to 9th place. And there's a nice little dice going on here for, what is this, 10th? 10th place between Ian, Sai and Safalicious. Great dice. And it's just good to see that you've got these kinds of close battles all the way through the field. Safalicious leaning on Ian a bit there. Gave him space after that, and that was the right thing to do. And these guys bouncing it off the curbs. It just looks magnificent. I love it. I love to see the cars bouncing off the curbs like that. So Chris, the Portcullis, just trying his best to hang on there. What happened there? Apologies. Anyhow, Safalicious went wide. Unfortunately, Adders bringing up the rear there. So we've got Death Raccoon first, doing a great job there. Amazing work from him. Alex second. He's done what he can. He's managed to get onto the podium. Davide doing a great job. Starting to suffer a bit with tyre wear now. Now Golfy his tyres are in a better condition than Davide. So if Golfy plays his cards right, like he's doing here, and putting Davide under pressure, he could get onto the podium, and it looks like he might. The gap is 0.1, 0.2. So sitting in Davide's slip now. It's the last lap. This is going to go down to the wire. This is a great little dice developing. And Golfy takes the inside line. He's given him space. It's very, very good racing from these two gentlemen. They're both very, very good racers. They both give each other space. Beautiful work backing out through the S's. Golfy just needs to sit and plot and plan his pass. He's got the pace. He knows it. He's got the attrition in the tyre. And looks like he's done it here. Got the slip on him and managed to put it up the inside. Excellent work. Exceptional work, like a seasoned campaigner. He knew that Davide was battling with the tyre, and he just made the pass at exactly the right time. That puts him up to third place. Excellent work. So now all he has to do is finish driving around the race course, and then he can actually take it home. So that's amazing work. And it just shows you, if you look after the tyre, what a massive difference it makes. Look at the front right on Davide's car, and look at the front right on Golfy's car. So it just he has the ability to just get that bit extra out of the corner and braking zones, and maintain higher corner speed. Davide also has a chance here, though. If he stays in it, he might be able to put his nose up in the wrong place and force him into a move. Anyway, Death Raccoon takes the win. Well done. Alex Wilmot second. Golfy. This dice between Golfy and Davide is not over, but Golfy will take it. So Golfy third, Davide fourth, Den's fifth. Apologies. Jedi Venture, Golfy fifth. Venture 26th, 6th. Jedi 7th. L 8th. Chris 9th. Ian 10th. Slung 11th. Sai 12th. Adders 13th. Ahead of Saphalicious. Well done. Exceptional racing. Death Raccoon with the fastest lap. Excellent work, boys. Thank you for the show. Alright, so I'm going to change the circuit immediately. This was a little bit of an endurance. We're going into another endurance race now. And it's going to be a long one. Tire wear and fuel wear. Stand by. All right, so the enduro. Well. The enduro is going to be 15 laps at Le Mans. Tire wear 6, Group 3s, fuel consumption 6. You ghosting during race strong. That is wrong. Okay, so so many settings to remember. So ghosting during race needs to be off. None. So yeah, great race from everyone. Thank you so much for that category 2 race. We are now going to jump into this endurance race, which is wonderful. I'm just going to capture the points. Please stand by. Alright, we are back. We're looking at the race 1 winner. Getting hot, cold this whole time, yeah. It's probably the COVID. Anyway, and I keep smelling paint because we've redone this whole place. Let me see if I can show you a bit. You can't really see, but the walls have changed color and done this magnificent floor. Anyhow, so who are we sitting with? Currently sitting with Death Raccoon, our race 1 winner. Let's jump McFlurry. McFlurry has made a return. Well, that is interesting. I did not see that coming. I wonder who he replaced. Let's just have a look at the times here quickly. Wow, how many people do we have? Well, now it's a full house because now we have McFlurry. So I'm gonna have to just make sure he's on the scoreboard. He must have been missing out. He said, no. There's way too many people having too much fun here. Let's just capture his name here. He's a Class A driver. His number is... Why can I not find number 7? Number 7. Right, welcome back, McFlurry. You must have thought, oh, Le Mans. I love Le Mans. Give me some of that. Boom shakalaka. Let's just see what time it did. I take my ugly mug away there. 4 minutes 6. God, this is going to be a long race. This car looks really good. Anyhow, so what cars do we have? Remember, you've got the option of 4 cars here. So Jedi is in an M6. Al is in an M6. Chris is in a Z4. Good man. Death Raccoon M6. Davide M6. Addis is in a Z4. Den's in an M6. Slung in a Z4. It's a good looking car. Safalicious, the M6. Sai is in the M3. I don't know what Sai is doing there. Ventures on the M6. It's a Walkenhorst M6. Ian is in an M6 also. Oof, that is a very good looking car. Sounds magnificent. Alex in the M6. McFlurry in the M6. Safalicious in the M6. Let's just ride along here and see what it's like. So I reckon we're going to give these guys we'll give them another 7 minutes. Let's just take a look at the points here quickly. Remember, Heat 3 is double points. Check this webcam on. So if we take out the blanks here and sort. So currently Alex is first in the points, Venture 26 second. Davide is third, he's a Class B driver. So he'll be leading the Class B championship. Golfy fourth. Not sure why my number thing is not working. I'll have to sort this all out. But anyhow, those are your current points. It's looking good. Interesting. Very interesting. So, we'll leave it there. Let's head back to the action. So we got about 7 minutes. So that takes us to about 10:35 South African time. Interesting. So we're riding on board with Jedi. Death Raccoon is doing a great job with his times here at the moment. He's a bit of a dark horse. He won that last race. Did a magnificent job in that last race. Where is he in the points? 7th. But the points are so close at the moment. You know, there's nothing in it really. Obviously because it's still early days. Oh, beautiful slide there by Death Raccoon. Well done. Thank you for putting on a show, sir. It's a lovely car, this. Oh. Golfy in the Agent Orange M6. Jedi coming in. Oh, he's run out of fuel. They're going to have a lot of fuel stops in this race. So the fuel is on 6 and the tire wear is on 6. So it's going to be quite challenging. There's going to be a lot of fuel saving going on. Oh, there's a gorgeous M6. My God. So we're on Portcullis. Chris in the Z4. It's also a beautiful car. I'm not sure what he's doing, but if you just look around this wonderful thing. Okay, he's obviously waiting for someone. L in the M6. That is a Z4. So if we look at the times at the moment, Death Raccoon's quickest on a 4036. Golfy second, 4071. Slung third, 415. Jedi, this is going to be a long race, 4 minute lap times. Let's just stay on top of the times. 3 minutes to go. Just let the guys know. Ah, McFlurry, seriously, start you at the back. I haven't set it to manual. Okay, I'll have to set the grid to manual. Ah, okay. Makes sense. So now I'm going to have to change the grid order. Let's just take this off. Let's look at the overall points because it'll be based on current standings. So we've sort Z2. Apologies. Sort the other way. So Slung will start on pole. So we Slung, then Saphalicious. Then, apologies, then Adders. then Sai, then it'll be Ian and Jedi, Ian and Jedi. Where's Jedi? There we go. And then it'll be Al and Dens. And Dens. Then it'll be Golfy and Death Raccoon. And then it'll be Davide and Venture. Davide and Venture. And then it'll be Alex, Chris, and then McFlurry. Okay, beautiful. Welcome back, Dens. We literally got 1 minute to go. Oh my word. So it's getting close. It's getting close to the showdown of this endurance race. Let me just make sure that grid order is good. I'm not sure where Dens is. Okay, we're just gonna have to start him as is. Alrighty, so this is gonna be massively interesting. We're talking 15 laps here, 4-minute lap times. It's gonna be a long race. That's right. Alex is typing. Alrighty, what's going on? Okay, let's just give them the instruction. Alright lads, we are about to start. Everyone's waiting in the pit lane. Ah, Cephalish, come on, stop typing. Alright, Adders I see is just doing a stop. Alrighty, so that is that. Good sir. We are starting. Hold on to your hats. Pick up your panties. We're about to start this sucker. Oh man, this is going to be a long race. So, let's just have a look-see. Why can I not? There we go. Alrighty, so let's just got the order. There we go. And we're off. Alright, so we've got, oh my word, it's chaos in the start, it's mayhem. Someone got it all wrong and he spread the field around. It's Sai. Sai got it all wrong and turned everyone around. So, Slung has a great start. He's up to first in the Z4. Oh, it's mayhem. Oh, it's mayhem. Terrible news. Terrible news. So, Slung has got a great start. Adders putting him under a lot of pressure. That's great to see the Z4s out in front because obviously the car of choice is the M6. So many drivers have just chosen that just simply because of the raw speed. The Z4 does handle better. Oh, unfortunately, Adders spun it and has gone flying down the field. So, Alex out in first. He's just flying along that M6. This raw speed on that M6 is unreal. So, how are we looking? Adders first, Slung second, Davide third, Safalicious fourth, Chris sixth, doing well in that M6. L seventh, McFlurry eighth, Coyote Venture ninth, Golfy 10th, Jedi 11th, Adders 12th, Ian 13th, Dens 14th, Sai 15th. He's having a miserable day out. Really battling. Out in front is Alex. But not far behind him is Death Raccoon, who's had an amazing event so far. He's just managed to do really well, especially in Category 2. So it's going to be interesting to see how well Death Raccoon manages to hold on. So the interesting thing is Alex is obviously fuel saving simply because of that sheer speed. So what will Death Raccoon do? How will he manage his fuel through this race? Because the amount of fuel needed, or the amount of fuel that these cars consume, is just unreal. And you can see already, so Death Raccoon's already almost on a quarter tank, and that's like one lap. So fuel saving is going to play a massive role in this, and it's going to be interesting to see how the guys get on. So Davide third, Chris fourth. Now Chris is in the Z4. It'll be interesting to see what that car's fuel consumption is like relative to the others. Seems to be a bit better. Davide's fuel saving, definitely, but I'm not sure what you're going to get out of these cars. Maybe 2 laps. You're going to be pitting every 2 laps. That's hectic. So 5th is Chris, 6th is McFlurry, 7th is Slung, 8th is Jedi, 9th is Adders, 10th is Venture, 26th, Golfy 11th, Dens 12th, not sure what's happening there, Ian 13th, Cephalicious 14th, Sai 15th, still battling with that car. So it's quite an interesting scrap going on here between Alex and Death Raccoon. Is Alex still fuel saving? Definitely. So I mean, you can see the difference in the fuel levels. So they should get about 3 laps. So it'll be interesting, if you're out in the front. If you are fuel saving a lot and you manage to get 4 laps out of the car, it might really pay dividends. So interesting little scrap here developing between Chris and Portcullis and McFlurry. Fuel levels on those cars are, McFlurry is just under 3/4. Chris is also very, very similar. Slung playing the long game is doing very well. He's doing well. If he manages to get an extra lap in, then that'll go a long way to moving him up the grid. You can see obviously he's getting past, but he's fuel saving. Comparison between him and Jedi is a quarter tank. So Slung will be able to go a long way. Venture also fuel saving a lot. Golfy also fuel saving a lot. So fuel saving really is a big strategy. Ian battling a bit with this car. So how are we looking? Death Raccoon first. These boys are using fuel. Very interesting, very interesting. Let's ride on board with Ian. Apologies with Death Raccoon. He's got Alex breathing down his neck. Alex just giving him a hazard. Thank you, sir. Good man. Just helping me get down the straight much quicker. Managed to just pull the car up and stop it. Beautiful. Gets it sideways. Alex playing the game here. It makes sense, you know, if you want to fuel save, you don't want to be first. If you look at the fuel loads, Alex versus Death Raccoon. Death Raccoon's half a tank. Alex is just above half. So quite a big difference there between these guys. Davide kind of nowhere. He's on his own. And he has Portcullis behind him. So Davide's got more fuel than Chris. Crystal, that Z4 seems to be used quite a bit of fuel compared to the M6. Chris pushing very hard. Made a bit of a mistake on the exit there. But if I was Davide, I'd kind of sit there behind Chris and just sit in his slip. So, Death Raccoon first. The guys have done 2 laps. It's getting purple sectors. Just under half a tank. Then you've got Alex Wilmot, just over half a tank. Alex is pushing. Then you've got Chris pushing very, very hard, using all of the fuel available to him. Then you have Davide in 4th place. He's doing well to fuel save. Let's just check his level compared to the others. So he actually Davide has more fuel than Alex and Death Raccoon. Jedi is not looking good on fuel. He is most likely going to have to come in at the end of this lap, or end of lap 3. Who got Death Raccoon got fastest lap, although it doesn't matter in category 3. McFlurry also doing a good job to fuel save. Let's just ride on board with McFlurry. Watch, listen and learn. Some beautiful onboard shots there with McFlurry, just kind of showing us how it's done. And so the race between Death Raccoon, let's just have a look-see here. Death Raccoon and Alex, the gap has opened up to 5 seconds. Death Raccoon's on just under a quarter. Alex is just over a quarter. So the stop time, the time to stop effectively will be much quicker for Alex. Or will it? We'll see now. This is it's a long evening. We've had a very long race 1, medium race 2, and a very long race 3. So these boys are going to be really tired at the end of this. But yeah, that's what it's about. It's tough racing. It's been a great... the guys have had a long break. So everyone will be keen to... Oh, just touching the wall there. Davide. Beautiful. So Death Raccoon's gone into the pits. Let's see. He's going to have to pit now, obviously. Same with Alex. He's going to have to pit. I think everybody's going to have to pit kind of the same time. It just depends on how much fuel is going to be put into the car. Chris, Chris made a bit of an accident on the way in. So Davide is out. Apologize. Davide is going to stay out. Good man. So Death Raccoon, obviously throwing in fuel. Alex changing tires, throwing in fuel. So it looks like a lot of guys have passed him already. Who will come out first? Alex, Death Raccoon or Alex? So there we go. Death Raccoon comes out first. Did he put in a full tank? No, he put in half. Apologies. Where are we? Alex put in a full tank. Death Raccoon put in a full tank. Very interesting. Very interesting. So, Death Raccoon is currently 5th. Denz is 4th, but he hasn't pitted. So this will be for position. This is interesting. So, Death Raccoon making moves, making waves here through the field. Got the slip on Venture 26. This guy's having a nice little dice here. Obviously playing it so. Venture 26 runs wide. Gets it all crossed up on the exit. And Death Raccoon manages to take the position. Well done. So McFlurry is yet to stop. He's currently 2nd. Davide currently 1st. He's done a great job in fuel saving. Will it be enough though? I'm not sure. You know, will his fuel saving techniques put him ahead of Death Raccoon? Or where will it put him? Where will McFlurry's fuel saving techniques put him? That's very interesting. Where are they changing gears? Yeah, he's short shifting as well. So it's an interesting technique. The guys kind of short shift and then they get off the gas. So they run the car quite lean. They short shift and they get off the gas early before the corner to save fuel. So let's see if McFlurry is doing it. Interesting. So Davide is about 13 seconds ahead of Death Raccoon. I don't think that is enough. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be enough for him to pit and come out ahead of Death Raccoon. It might place him just behind Death Raccoon. But Dens, both Dens and Venture are going to have to pit now. Alex is currently 6th, but he has pitted. Slung is 7th, he hasn't pitted, so he will need to pit now. Safalicious has not pitted, but wow, he really is fuel saving. Adders is 9th, he really needs fuel, he's about to run out. Oh my word. That's running on fumes. Portocullis is pitted, he is currently 10th. So, let's go up to the leaders now. So McFlurry, where's Death Raccoon? There we go, so he's already in first place. Yeah, so it was never going to be enough. So the question is, where will McFlurry come? McFlurry and Venture and Dens, where will they come out in Davide? So there goes McFlurry, beautiful West Bank colours. Venture is still coming in, Dens still coming in. That is a full tank of gas. So McFlurry comes out 5th, more or less. Just behind Chris again. Those two are going to have a dice the whole night, I can see. Chris is kind of all over the place. Chris is having a big dice with Jedi. Safalicious out in 4th, doing well. He must have stopped already. Davide already on half a tanker. It's nuts. Nuts. So Alex, so we're on lap 5 now. Alex has still got 3/4 tank. And Death Raccoon's just over half, so it's interesting. Long race ahead. Let's have a look at some of the comments. Thank you, Janetsu Motorsport. Go on, Slung, keep it smooth. Thank you, Issa. Yeah, bad luck for Sai. I'm not sure what's going on with Sai. He's just having a bad evening. Yeah, I see in the comments he said something about a blue screen, so that's very unfortunate. But yeah, thank you everyone for your comments. Let's get back to the action. So currently your race leader is Death Raccoon with a 10-second gap. He's on half a tank of fuel. Second is Alex. He has just over half a tank of fuel. Then there's a 15-second gap to Davide, who's just under half a tank of fuel. He's got a 10-second gap to Safalicious, who is almost on empty. Now I'm not sure if he must have pitted. Beautiful shot there with, getting it a bit sideways. These cars are very hard to drive. Beautiful shot there, Jedi. Wonderful shot with the brakes. Yeah, the Portocullis is 6th, L 7th, McFlurry 8th. Dane's 9th. Ian 10th. Venture just put it in the wall. Unlucky. He had a great start to the evening and is just kind of battling, I think. Slung 12th. How's Slung doing on fuel? He's got a full tank now, so he can make it through. Adders also, pretty much on a fuel tank. And there we go. Death Raccoon out in 1st. He's on a 15-second gap. He is having such a great evening. I'll tell you what, if he keeps this up, he's going to take the event. Magnificent job, sir. Let's just ride on board. He's pushing very, very hard. You can see that, but man, what a performance. He got the fastest lap as well. He's got a big gap to Alex. Question is, will Alex, will Alex run it lean enough to almost do the undercut? I'm not sure. Oh, sorry, the overcut. I'm not sure. Because, Alex, there's a 16-second gap, but is Alex fuel saving enough? It's quite a big difference in terms of the fuel between Death Raccoon and Alex. Alex is just over half a tank. Death Raccoon's almost on a quarter, so I'm not sure what Death Raccoon's strategy is. Davide is doing really well. Davide is also on a quarter tank. So Alex is actually in a prime position here. Will it give him one more lap? It depends, I guess, how many times you're going to pit. If you keep doing that and you undercut, then overcut, where's it going to put you at the end? So, we've done pretty much 25% of this race. Still a lot to go. So, currently looking at Davide out in third. It's a long race. Jedi out in fourth. Al out in fifth. McFlurry breathing down his neck. Let's look at this dice for a second. So he's probably just going to push Al along. And fuel save. That just helps him all the way. Oh, McFlurry's on 3/4 tank. So, Portacallis out in 7th. He's battling a bit with that car. He seems to be pushing very hard. Dan's out in 8th. Doing well. Ian doing very well out in 9th. Venture 26th, 10th. Safalicious 11th. Slung 12th. Addis 13th. Let's see. Okay, so both these drivers have changed tires. Now, that might be an interesting strategy if you put fuel and not tires. Oh, and David is literally out of fuel. So it's 20-second gap now. However, he's going to have to stop. And Alex won't. So Alex will stay out. Oh, Death Raccoon just pushing a bit too hard there. So Death Raccoon's going to have to come in. Alex will stay out. He'll get another lap. That might just hurt him. Hurt Death Raccoon. So let's see. Alex won't go in. You would have seen that, so you would have seen that Death Raccoon's gone in. He's going to opt to stay out. So Alex is going to stay out. This will be interesting. He might get another 2 laps out of this fuel. Which will mean that Death Raccoon will have to go very lean on this next stint. And then possibly quite aggressive on the following stint. So both Death Raccoon and Davide have to put fuel now, so they got full tanks. Interesting. So, yeah, like I say, that means that Death Raccoon's gonna have to go very lean on this next stint and conserve fuel as much as possible. Doesn't look like he's doing that, but yeah. McFlurry currently up to third. He's doing very well, playing the long game. McFlurry is an expert at this, at the strategy. Having an evening. Please bear with me, folks. It's a bit of an evening. Anyhow, so McFlurry currently in third. He's got just over half a tank. Death Raccoon, he's got a full tank, but he's using it quickly. Beautiful looking car. Alex is fuel saving like nobody's business. I think 245 down that straight. Have a look to see just now where kind of speeds Death Raccoon gets. But yeah, so I reckon Alex is fuel saving like crazy just to eke out as many laps as he can. So that means that Death Raccoon's going to have to go very, very long. But he's not, so, in terms of his fuel usage, I'm not sure what his strategy is here. It's going to be very, very interesting to see him. McFlurry also just over half a tank. Chris and Dan's going hammer and tongs. This is a sprint race. It's not an endurance race. Interesting. Very interesting. So Dan's up to fourth place. He's got just under half a tank. Portcala says just under quarter tank. Chris says just, apologies, Venture 26 is just under half a tank. Jedi is just over, just under a full tank, so obviously he's just stopped. Jedi, who did I say? Davide is just under full tank. Jedi, same, just under full tank. Al, pretty much a full tank. He's obviously just stopped, but these boys are still using plenty of fuel. Safalicious, also 3/4 tank. Ian, also 3/4 tank. Nice little Dacia Ian between Ian and Adders. And then you've got Slung bringing up the rear. So Alex, what is he going to do? Is he going to put this lap, or is he going to try eke out another lap? It would make sense to try and get another lap in. He seems to have opened the gap, which means that Dens is fuel saving. How much? Yeah. Alright, okay, so now he's going to come in this lap. So, 30 seconds, is that enough? Is that enough? Now Dens is really going to have to try and stretch his fuel out here. This is a long fuel stop, so yeah, I think he's definitely gonna be able to pass Alex here. So that's interesting. The question is, what will the gap be when Alex comes out? I see McFlurry has passed Alex as well. McFlurry is sitting on half a tank. Death Raccoon on just over half a tank. So Death Raccoon's got to play the long game now. He has to be clever, sensible, use the fuel saving techniques to try and... very interesting. Alex is pretty much a second behind McFlurry. Wow, that is interesting. Didn't see that coming. Okay, so he's going to try and get up into Alex's slip and then fuel save as much as possible. McFlurry's done really well to get up this far up the field, starting from literally last. And he's on just under half. Alex, he'll be in the slip. Interesting. So Alex takes the position, and McFlurry opts to go into the slip. So now the gap is 8 seconds. Sure, Dens is going to have to go long here. It's going to be one more stop after this. I'm not sure if it'll be a splash and go or whatever. We've been racing for 31 minutes already. We are almost 60% through this race. The gap now 9 seconds, 10 seconds. So McFlurry's sitting there and just using Alex to create this big hole in the air so he can just maximize his fuel efficiency, which makes perfect sense. Den's up in 4th place. Den's going to have to stop real soon. Jedi 5th place. Jedi and Venture 26 having a right old scrap here. These two cars look like they're teammates. Very, very pretty. So Venture's also done well. So Venture's sitting on quarter tank. Jedi, he's stopped, so he will go long there. Davide, he's recently stopped. He's got just under 3/4 tank. Portacallis is 8th place. He's just stopped. Safalicious, he's on a half a tank. Ian currently in 10th, also half a tank. Al currently 11th, just over half a tank. Adders pretty much a full tank, 12th. Slung pretty much a full tank, 13th. So the gap now 12 seconds. I just don't know. I don't know what the strategy is going to be, because if Death Raccoon, he's going to have to stop one more time. That's just what it is. So, and then Alex will have to stop. Will he? Will he try and just make it to the end? I don't think it's possible for him to make it to the end. So both drivers are going to have to stop. The question is, where will they place when they do? McFlurry probably going to see out one more lap. I would sit behind Alex and just maximize your. Yeah, that's it. Good man. So you can see McFlurry there. He stayed out, and it makes sense. If he's behind Alex, then he will be able to sit there and just sit in his slipstream and be as fuel efficient as possible. So you can do one more lap like that, and effectively then have to put. Alex has still got a long way to go. So Alex might do as many as he can and then stop or do a splash and dash kind of thing to make it to the end. Death Raccoon's got a quarter tank. Now he's got to be wise here, because he needs to be able to stop. He's gonna do the undercut on Alex. He will have to stop first, but then Alex will also have to stop. But Alex is using a lot less fuel, so his stop in theory will be a lot shorter. So it's really, really hard to say where it's going to put these two drivers. I mean, yeah, he's doing 270. It tells me it's not really fuel saving. Up to 254, 255, 260. So Alex not really using all the power, whereas Death Raccoon is. Maybe not all the power, but a lot of it. Will it be enough? Will Alex's fuel saving? Because, I mean, Death Raccoon's obviously going to have to pit soon. Is he going to get one more lap out of this? I don't think so. Can he do 5 laps on a tank? Yeah, I think so. So he's probably going to push it all the way to the end. Alex, so the only difference here is that Alex is going to stop later. So what Alex might do is stay out. He could try and eke it out all the way. I don't think it's possible. But he might stay out a bit longer, then splash and dash and max power to the end, which makes sense. But then you're going to risk not doing tires, which is a massive risk. There's a lot of time in tire wear. So McFlurry is going to have to stop now. He's done an amazing job to hang on, but 37 seconds to Jedi. Jedi was also going to have to stop again. So Death Raccoon is definitely going to have to stop this lap. So that's the big question. Will the undercut work? That's all he's got. There's nothing else he can do. You know, he has to do the undercut. So McFlurry third. Jedi and David having a beautiful scrap here. 4,000 of fuel. So David just under half. They're exactly the same on fuel. So this is, unfortunate for Jedi's. That's for position 100%. So these guys are, I'm not sure if they're going to try push to go to the end. Depends. Also great dice, yeah. Between Ian and Dens. Beautiful dice there. Both of them. They could possibly go to the end on this field. So, Al currently in 8th. He's going to have to stop again. Chris in 9th. He will probably have to stop again. Saphalicious 10th. He's definitely going to have to stop again. Venture 26. Might eke it out to the end. Gain some positions. Adders 12th. Yeah. Pretty looking calm. Slung 13th. So, where does that put our leader? Alex. So Alex, Death Raccoon's definitely, he stopped both him and McFlurry. McFlurry's waiting. Death Raccoon's gonna do, is he gonna do a full tank? That's the question. Is he gonna do a full tank? He probably needs to get 5 laps out of the car. So this is the real question. What is the gap now? Let's see, 21 seconds. Okay, so I think it was about 18, so 20 seconds, so it's about 40 seconds for a stop. Well, he was, apologies, it was 18 to 20 seconds ahead of Alex. And the gap now is 22, so it's about 42 seconds. Sure, I mean, like, it's going to be close. It's going to be very close because Alex got a 22-second lead. So he might do a splash and dash. He might stay out as long as possible and then do a splash and dash. And you can see he's pushing. He is pushing now. It's interesting. Death Raccoon's... will he do 5 laps on this tank? I don't know. Look at it. It's already almost a quarter. I just don't know. He's going to have to fuel save at some point. Alex done so well. I mean, the gap is now 20 seconds, sure, but Death Raccoon's going to have to fuel save. I don't know how it's going to work, but yeah. Here's a beautiful little dice. Davide and Jedi. They're both going to have to stop one more time. These boys are having a great little scrap. Oh, it's getting close. So they're pretty much same on fuel. Jedi, Davide just giving Jedi a little push down the straight there. Thank you, sir. Listen to those turbos. Wastegate. Oh, bit of a slide. Lovely dice going on here. Oh, I think there was a bit of a push there. So, very interesting little dice developing here between Davide and Jedi. McFlurry currently in 4th. He will be able to go to the end on that tank. So, what's that gap? That is 7 seconds. That'll put McFlurry in 3rd. Because these guys are going to have to stop again. Oh man, Death Raccoon's going to have to fuel save. I mean, Alex is, he's cutting these laps so fine, and he is using almost 0 fuel. Let's just ride on board with him and see how he's doing. You see he's short shifting. He's going to stay out again. It's beautiful over the curbs there. Short shifting all the way. And must be fuel saving, yeah. So he's done a great job making this happen. I don't know if Death Raccoon's done enough. So Alex might come in lap 13 only. If you look at the fuel that Death Raccoon is using, look at Alex. I mean, there's a massive difference. I just don't think that Death Raccoon is going to be able to fuel save and make it to the end of the race and finish ahead of Alex. I'm not sure. It's a big ask. He's already almost on half a tank. He's done 1 lap. So at some point he's going to have to go extremely lean. Let's look at where he changes gears. Now look, if you look at the accelerator load, he's using that. Also short shifting, not revving it out fully. So he is definitely incorporating fuel saving techniques. Whether it's going to be enough, I'm not sure. Alex's fuel saving techniques just seem to be a bit better. Alex is on quarter tank. Death Raccoon's on half. I don't know. So, McFlurry currently up to 3rd now. If Death Raccoon has to pit again, McFlurry's going to take 2nd. Okay, for sure there's 43-second gap. So, how's Denz doing on fuel? Denz is alright. You could still make it, but he's going to have to be very lean. So, McFlurry, if he plays his cards right, and Death Raccoon has to pit. I mean, we know that Alex is going to have to pit. If Death Raccoon has to pit, McFlurry could actually take this race, which is scary. But I think the gap is too big between McFlurry and Alex. McFlurry's done a great job. He's come from the literally the last position on the grid, and he's up to third. So the question is, when will Alex pit? That is the big question. Is he going to pit this lap, or is he going to run it out one more? I mean, he's driving as neatly as possible to try and eke it out. He's doing a fantastic job. Might pick up a penalty there. Let's see, does he go into the pits here? Is he going to go into the pits? Yes, he is. Alright, so now the race is on. So now, Alex, how much fuel is he going to put? Oh, Death Raccoon's really pushing. Now, he's going to have to play. Oh, I don't know what he's going to do, really. Is he going to be able to fuel save enough? Because Alex is going to come flying now to catch Death Raccoon. So the question is, McFlurry, where is McFlurry going to come out now? So McFlurry will push to the end. He will pass Alex. Is Alex going to put a full tank? That's the question. Let's see. And then what's the gap going to be, and what is he going to do? See Alex's little dog there on the roof. Beautiful. Okay, I think it's going to be a full tank. Yeah, it's a full tank. Alright, so now there's 34 seconds. Alex can go all the way on max power. I think so. Has Death Raccoon done enough? Has he done enough? He's on a quarter tank. I don't know. I just don't think so. Death Raccoon will have to fuel save and drive as efficiently as possible to be able to finish this race ahead of Alex. Alex is just going to simply hunt him down now. So this is going to be a very, very close finish. Alex will be on max power. Seems to be fuel saving still. I'm not sure why. So Denz seems to have gotten past McFlurry, which is interesting. McFlurry has still got fuel. Will it be enough to finish? Definitely. Denz, will it be enough to finish? Yeah, I think he could finish, but he's going to have to start fuel saving now, and that'll mean McFlurry will pass him. Venture 26, 15 second gap to McFlurry. So 10 second gap to Jedi. Davide pretty much 7 seconds and 8 seconds to Ian. Ian to Portacallis 8 seconds. Portacallis to Al 11 seconds. Al to Safalicious 22 seconds. Safalicious to Adders 18 seconds. Adders to Slung 18 seconds. Slung bringing up the rear. So the gap's still 37. Death Raccoon, I just don't think you've done enough, my friend. So he's going to go for the hot lap. He's going to try come out behind Alex and then go max power, maximum attack on Alex. Alex will have enough fuel to defend the attack. But the other thing is, Death Raccoon won't have to put a full tank of fuel, so he wouldn't even have to put tires in. Well, Alex is on newer rubber, so it would make sense to put tires, but I think Death Raccoon's going to do a splash and dash, which makes sense. He's got a big enough gap. It looks like, that gap will put him very, very close to where Alex is. So that's an interesting strategy. Sure, okay, so Death Raccoon 10-1. Yeah, well, he has to come in anyway. So he will come in now, and he will mount an assault on Alex with maximum attack. It's very interesting how this is played out. So Death Raccoon's doing really a good job. So he comes into the pits now. He is going to have to be as ruthless as possible to catch Alex. This 40-second gap. It's about 40 seconds to for a pit stop, from what I calculated before. So I mean, yeah, you can see the gap has already come down to 39 seconds. Alex is coming through there. So I don't think that 39 seconds is a true reflection of the gap. Because there we go, Death Raccoon's putting the tires. He's going to do a splash and dash, I presume. Don't think he's going to do a full tank, and then he's going to hunt Alex down. Alex has gone past now, his first. Oof, Death Raccoon's got a big job on his hands. Will he actually do it? I don't know. Dan's coming into the pits. McFlurry will stay out, so McFlurry will go up into second. No. So there's a 4-second gap. Alex will probably go on maximum attack. I mean, there's 2 laps after this. 4.6 seconds now. Will Death Raccoon have enough? I just don't think so. I don't think you're going to... Unless Alex makes a mistake. Alex might still be fuel saving. I'm not sure. I mean, the gap is down to 3.8 seconds now. Is Alex still fuel saving? I don't know. Now there comes Death Raccoon. I mean, can you believe it's down to 3.4 seconds? I don't know what these drivers are doing. Oh, it's crazy. So it seems at full power, these cars are probably getting 2 laps, which makes sense. So what Death Raccoon might do is just close the gap and then sit there behind Alex, which makes sense. So McFlurry out in third. I don't think McFlurry's got enough time to close that gap, considering that Death Raccoon's on maximum attack now. I mean, it's already down to 3 seconds. So the question is, you know, when Death Raccoon catches Alex, will he have enough in the tank to see it out to the end of the race? It's going to be very close. Sure. Okay, McFlurry third, Jedi fourth. Jedi will make it to the end of the race. Den's fifth. He would have just filled up, so he's good. The gap between him and Davide is next to nothing. Davide is good. He's got fuel, so there's going to be a nice little dice there. Bordercolors, he has got enough fuel. He's 7th. Venture 26, he's got enough fuel. He'll start to hunt Portocolors down now. Ian is in 9th. He's got a full tank of jam. Savalicious 10th. He's got pretty much just over half. L is 11th. He's got a full tank. Adder's 12th. Half a tank. Slung 13th. Let's check this dice. 2 seconds. So Alex is on half a tank. Sure, it's interesting. Death Raccoon's used pretty much a quarter tank just catching Alex on this, and it's down to 1.3 seconds now. So Death Raccoon's going to have to just be very careful now. He's going to have to sit there and fuel save, because otherwise he's not going to make it to the end of this race. I mean, it's worked out alright. It's been 2 extremely different strategies. Alex on a very conservative strategy, and Death Raccoon on an extremely aggressive strategy. Gap is 1.3 seconds, not enough for a slip. So now the game starts. Alex has got fuel. He's going to go maximum attack now. 2 laps. Will it last him? Probably. So now the gap is opening. So yeah, I think Alex is now starting to push hard. Death Raccoon's got more fuel than Alex, so he could, in theory, push harder. Gap up to 1.6. Death Raccoon has to try and close the gap to a second to get into that slipstream. 38 seconds to McFlurry. If McFlurry finishes on the podium, that's unbelievable. He started from last. Great race from him. So this is going to be interesting. Alex putting the hammer down now. He knows that he's only got 2. I mean, that was a beautiful slide there. This man has been in a different league this whole evening. I mean, he won the first race. No, he didn't. Apologies. He was going to win it and he made a mistake. And Venture won it. He came second from the back in the second race, and he's also come from pretty much the back now. And he's putting the hammer down now. Death Raccoon might have left it just a bit too late. And they got pretty much the same fuel, so although the gap is now down to 1.1 seconds, so there we go, he's in the slip. He's got to push now. He's really got to push now to try and close that gap, Death Raccoon. Does he have the pace through there? And getting onto another straight, so now he might be able to. Looks like the gap is opening though between Alex and Death Raccoon. So, but there gets just enough into the slip. I don't think the straight is long enough. There's a bit of cat and mouse here. It's going to be an interesting finish. But yeah, very, very close between these two drivers. Just both an exceptional drive by both of these guys. You know, after 14 laps of this, we've been racing for 58 minutes. And it's down to like 1.6 seconds difference with two extremely different strategies. That's really, really amazing. McFlurry came from the back of the grid. He's up to 3rd place now. Fuel saving just to make it to the end, but he's got enough space. You know, enough gap. Dens is doing well. He's up in 4th place. Davide currently in 5th. He'll make it to the end, no problem. Venture in 6th. Oof, Davide's going to have to work hard to keep Venture behind him. Hard charging Venture. I think they can go maximum attack. I mean, they've got enough fuel now. So, but it's about these long straights. The car behind you just gets pulled along by the slipstream. So now Davide needs to really tuck in behind Venture 26 and stay with him, so he doesn't lose the slip. And so Davide can try and pull that position back. But when you get the slingshot in such a long straight, it's so hard. So Jedi 7th, Chris 8th, Ian 9th, Saflicious 10th, Al 11th, Addis 12th, Slung 13th. Slung is stopping again. So the gap now 1.2. They're coming up to the last lap. Death Raccoon's going to have to push very hard to catch Alex. Alex has just done everything right. His fuel saved. He's got enough fuel now. Death Raccoon's got more tire and more fuel, but he doesn't seem to have the time and the space. I think this is gonna be very, very close down to these two guys, but Alex seems to be doing everything right to be able to take this one home. So there's one more lap. Death Raccoon also gets the fastest lap. 4:19. So the gap now down to 0.6. Death Raccoon's pushing. This is good, really good stuff right at the end from Death Raccoon. He's pushing hard. He's obviously seen that Venture 26 was able to put him under enough pressure to force a mistake. Can he do the same? This is last lap now after 1 hour of racing. These guys are doing so well. The gap is 0.6. He just made a small mistake, but he needs to stay in the slipstream. Don't let that gap get any bigger, so that when you get on the straight, you're able to get the slingshot. And it looks like he's sitting in the slipstream. So there we go. The gap is now getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So this might be it where, I mean, it's down to 0.1 now. So there we go. Now, if Alex is wise, he will sit there and do the exact opposite, or the exact same thing as they get onto the next straight. So here they brake to go through the S's. I don't know the name, all these corners, but Alex makes a small mistake coming onto the straight, but the gap is still next to nothing. So Alex is really behind Death Raccoon now. So he is he's pushing very, very hard. I'm not sure what Alex is doing. Is Alex fuel saving? Because the gap is opened up. The gap is 0.3, so maybe Alex is just biding his time. He's waiting, trying to force a mistake out of Death Raccoon. Gap is now 0.5 of a second. I'm not sure what's happened there. So Death Raccoon's pulled the gap on Alex. I don't know what's going on. Is Alex getting full throttle? Looks like he is. Gap is now 0.6. Maybe Alex was hoping, but the gap seems to be opening. I wonder what's going on. Is Alex fuel saving? He is. He's out of fuel. So the aggressive technique has worked. Somehow the Death Raccoon aggressive technique, he stopped an extra time. Alex went long and it hasn't worked. Death Raccoon, with an aggressive driving style using maximum or most fuel, has actually managed to take it from Alex, because now Alex is just really going to have to push to see it to the end, whereas Death Raccoon still has fuel. That is super interesting. So Death Raccoon has just done such a good job, man, to play the long game, and Alex is literally hanging on by a whisper of fuel, and he's just gonna have to try bring it home, because if he doesn't, he's gonna run out of fuel. So McFlurry is a minute down the road, and he's got Den's breathing down his neck. Den's goes for the that was close. Den stuck his nose in there. I thought there was gonna be mayhem, but luckily there wasn't any carnage there. And how far are our leaders here? So I mean, Death Raccoon's already opened 3.5 second gap. He's played this so well. He's busy running out of fuel. I mean, he's almost empty now. But he's been able to stay on the attack. I mean, you can see how hard this guy's pushing. And he's just been able to stay on the attack right till the end. You used a super aggressive strategy. He stopped, I think, one more time than Alex, and it's worked out for him in the end. So there we go. There's your winner. What an absolute sterling drive. So excellent job, Death Raccoon. Amazing. Alex will come back like minus 10 fuel, lean, and to take second. Great job by Alex. Oh, what's happened to McFlurry? McFlurry and Den's both fuel saving. So Den's will take third place. That's an excellent job, Den's. Great work. It just shows you these long races, man. It's so hard. And Death Raccoon 419. Excellent job. So there we go. Den's is going to take third place. McFlurry fourth. Venture 26 will probably take fifth. Jedi sixth. And we've got quite a long lag until the end. It's about 2 minutes, but I don't think it's going to be enough, considering a lap is 4 minutes. So there might be guys still on their lap, and it's going to end. But yeah, we go. Den's, well done, sir. Third place. Excellent job. McFlurry started fourth. Started last, finished fourth. That's also a great drive, McFlurry. Venture 26 coming out. Also, he's had a tough race, but it's a good result for him. He really battled this race, and this is double points race, so this is what really matters. You want to bring it home in a good position. 5th place for Venture, well done. Jedi coming in 6th place. Also a good result, for a solid result for Jedi. Well done, not bad. Davide coming home in literally with no fuel, coming home in 7th. Chris Portcullis, or Portcullis, I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Anyway, bringing it on, beautiful slide there, well done Chris, 8th place, good man. So there's confirmation of your results. Excellent racing, everyone. And that was an hour of racing, super long. But yes, well done to Death Raccoon, amazing job. That was really a stellar performance. So yeah, I want to say thank you to everybody for joining us. It's been a great event. These guys are obviously all tired, and I'm going to capture the points now. So we'll be back next week Friday, and we'll hit it then for round 2 of the SSBB 2021 Season 2 Championship. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you guys.